Hello, and welcome to another update on XRP. Yeah, the XRP chart is currently in a correction. Shouldn't be any surprise. We've been talking about that all week, that a top could have formed here, and we were watching for a pullback into the support region. The support area has now been reached. So it's about understanding now, do we have a low in place or not? At the moment, there is no evidence at all that a low has formed, and actually it looks like we might go a little bit lower. I mean, I would prepare mentally for the blue scenario, which is the larger correction scenario. There is a more let's say a more aggressive direct bullish scenario, which is the orange one. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 still unfolding, then wave 4, 5, and so on. And in this scenario, we're currently in a B wave pullback and could rally in a C wave of wave 3. And then there's the blue scenario in which we have already formed a larger 5-wave move to the upside. And we're now setting up for a larger correction. Or actually, we are already in that larger correction. But if we now get a B wave bounce, B waves are among the most difficult structures to track, of course. But as soon as we get this B wave bounce, then that might actually be our setup for a C wave decline. So we have 5 waves up, 3 waves down, and we can use that support area to track higher prices. It's important to understand we have 2 support areas here. We've got one for this orange B wave pullback, which might see another 4-5 pattern to the downside here. In this scenario, the $2.15, $2.16 level must hold. And we have started already that correction here on the 10th of May. But we had an overshooting B wave. I think that's the best way how this should be interpreted, even though it's messy, but that's what corrections are. And that's why it really matters that the bulls turn up above that 78.6 retracement, at least to keep the orange scenario alive. I mean, it might be the blue count, which is this larger correction, A, B, C in wave A, then a larger B wave bounce, then a C wave down. That's the larger correction scenario. They are both plausible, but in the larger correction, we have to give it space. We have to give it room all the way down to $1.79. This would be the larger correction, larger pullback scenario. Absolutely plausible as well. Absolutely a realistic scenario in which we are tracking this larger A, B, C structure. And in this scenario, the area between $2.06 and $1.79 is relevant as Fibonacci support for a wave 2. So it's either the shallow pullback, the weak pullback, or the larger pullback. And how can we distinguish between them? Well, again, it's the $2.15 level that will help us distinguish between the two, because below $2.15, it's less likely the orange count, and orange will be invalidated formally with a break below the $2.08 level. I can add a red line like the invalidation for the B wave to the chart. Oops, hold on. So that would be the invalidation line for the B wave. And below that level, the $1.79 level becomes really relevant. That's the larger degree support. So in the very short term then, now that we've reached Fibonacci support, we can watch if the price starts a B wave bounce. This blue B wave would be ideal to start it from somewhere here. And resistance is between $2.48 and $2.61. So microstructure is not very clear, but I think at some point here the B wave bounce is due. For now, I think I prefer slightly the blue scenario. At least I would make sure that I prepare for that larger correction. The next rally will tell us a lot. If it remains corrective, and if it's quite a decent rally, then this might be the larger B wave, which should unfold as an ABC structure itself. So once it starts, we can map out the microstructure for it. That's the update on XRP. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.